Hey guys, Davey is back again, and I am back with another Otaku Puppy review for you guys. I know I haven't been doing a review in a while, so I'm back with another one. I've been trying to get this review up for the past, 2 weeks. My new desktop computer, is a cheaper one, and so the cameras died, so that was the thing. Then the microphone would work, so yeah. So I'm back on my laptop, and I figured I would do another review for you guys. And there are certain anime that I have that I consider to be must-watches, and not necessarily because I love them, or not even because I've let me start it over again. There are certain anime that I have that are must-watches, and those are usually animes that I've, when I first got into anime, either heard a lot about or know to be very popular anime. Those would be Clannad, which I watched, Lucky Star, K-On!, and something like the melancholy haruhi suzumiya. I've seen Clannad, it was amazing. Lucky Star I haven't watched yet. K-On! I started. Oh god. Oh, K-On! I've started. I'm about probably 5 episodes into K-On! Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave that there. And then like I said, Melancholy Haruhi Suzumiya. Haruhi is an anime that I've attempted to watch probably 2 or 3 times. Every time I was started, I would get about 5-6 episodes in, and I would just be like, and I would let it go. I would try it again, get about the same amount in, and then let it go. So this time, I was determined to watch it and finish it all the way through. Now, Haruhi Suzumiya, I've known to be a pretty good anime. I know it has a pretty big following as far as being a good anime. I know the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya as a movie is known to be not a great movie and to also be very long. I also watched it also. So that's okay. Haruhi's known to be a good anime. So I went into Haruhi not knowing really what to expect. And what I came out of Haruhi with was, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. But nor is it great. Not by a long shot. I came out of Haruhi being more confused and also being a little agitated. When you start Haruhi Suzumiya, we get into the show, you get into, let me pull the character names up so I won't get any names wrong. You have the main character, which is, or the main guy character, which is K-On!. K-On!, he's just your average high school student. Nothing really special about him. Average student. He just kind of going through high school life, doing his thing. And one day, Haruhi gets put in his class. She's this weird girl who wants to know about aliens and is there anybody weird at school. She wants to know about all this extraterrestrial stuff and these like mysterious events and ghost stories and just anything weird. She wants to know about it, and she's so excited about it. And she has no interest in really anything else. Anything that's normal, she wants nothing to do with. She wants strange, weird, and like out of this world. That's her thing. Okay, fine. That's it. It's funny. You know, it's kind of funny, and that's the thing, and that's kind of where we go with the show. Great. First episode. Once you start sprinkling in more characters, she wants to put together a club, which is the SOS. God, I feel like I'm missing a letter. SOS. I want to say SOS A Brigade is the group she puts together, and at first it's just Haruhi and K-On!, and then you have Nagato, who's already in the room when they get there. She's kind of like this bookworm, and it's okay, she's in the group. Then they add Miss Asahina. Then they add, later on, when he transfers there, Kozuma. When Cosmo first transferred, Haruhi was under suspicion that something was weird with him, and that he was somewhat strange. And that was kind of the thing we were going with. Like, okay, that was her whole thing. Like, he's new here, he has to be something strange, something weird with him. Here's why I started to have a problem with the show. If the show had just been Haruhi Suzumiya and her group of alien friends, it'd been great. It'd been great. Because that's essentially what the show is. We found out that Nagato is for lack of a better word, computer she's a robot, pretty much. Let's just put it that way. She's a robot. She's a robot. She's a robot with no feelings and no thoughts of her own. She's programmed to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to protect Haruhi, and that's kind of her job. Then you have Miss Asahina, who is a time traveler. She's from the future. But everything she does is classified. She doesn't tell you anything. It's all classified. Classified. Nothing. You find out nothing. And then there's Cosmo. Cosmo is a Esper. I'm not 100% sure on what an Esper is. I don't even know if that's even a real thing or not. Even in fantasy, I don't know if that's a real thing or not. I've never heard of an Esper. But he's an Esper. And he works for this organization that you never really see, nor do they really play a part in anything other than when they go and live for the weekend with the guy from his organization. And they do the murder mystery thing. So you have this group of alien friends of hers, but they never really do anything. There is a scene where Keon gets attacked, and Nagato steps in. She does this she can fight where she has these powers, and she fights the girl off, and that was pretty awesome. And I thought we were going to go from there. I expected the show to go in the direction of, okay, every couple episodes there are going to be people trying to attack. Oh, excuse me, guys. Trying to attack either Keon or attack Haruhi, and then Nagato or Asahina or Cosmo will have to step in and either fight or try to distract away what's going on from Haruhi. I thought, where were we going with this? Not quite. He gets attacked this one time, and that's it. That's it. There's no more evil aliens trying to attack. There's no more real fighting. Nothing. The rest of the show, for another 25 episodes, is just them doing random events, trying to keep Haruhi happy and keep her having fun, so that she won't create open space, which creates this portal that flips everything around and messes up the world. And because there is the one episode, which is maybe around episode maybe 4 or 5, somewhere in there, where she creates open space, and Asahina and Keon get lost in this alternative world, and they have to fight their way back through. So that's the thing, is the goal of this show is to keep Haruhi happy, so there is no open space, and so we can go on doing whatever. But it gets annoying fast, because the show itself is a pure comedy show. It's a comedy. There's not enough seriousness in it to make it a serious show. It's just comedy. The show is about Haruhi putting each member into weird situations, having them do crazy events, and them just kind of going along with the ride. That's the show. That's the show in a nutshell. And I feel if more people know that's what the show is when they go into it, then you'll like it. I didn't go into it with that. I went into it expecting, I don't know what I expected. I thought it was more of a school comedy, but it wasn't quite school comedy. it was like this weird sci-fi school comedy that didn't really need to be there. Like the sci-fi part could have honestly been left out, and it still would have been a great show. This could have easily been a show about a outgoing girl and her friends who have a ghost club. Easily, easily could have been about haruhi Suzumiya and her friends who decide to make a club where they investigate aliens and ghosts and time travelers and just weird things like that. And it would have been fine because that's essentially what the show is anyway. That's how the show is. They go now. I will say the murder mystery episode was really good. That was really good because I thought it was legit. I thought the guy was really dead, and they flipped into a mystery and a murder mystery, and it was fake. But that was really good. That was a good one. And then we get to the arc of, if you've seen Haruhi Suzumiya. When I first watched the show, I realized there was, I guess, 2 seasons of the show. There was like one show in like 06, 07. There was another one in 09. 09, it said it had, extra episodes, which I think at the end it was like episodes maybe 27 and 28. It added a few in there somewhere. But there is the arc of the show. We get there around episodes maybe I want to say like 10 through like 16, and it is the same episode over and over and over again. It is the Days of Summer, like 8 Days of Summer episode where they're out for summer vacation and Haruhi wants to do some fun things while they're out, and they go do fireworks, they go ride bikes, they do all this stuff, and then at the end of like the last day of that week, she says, well, if anyone else will do anything else, let me know. If not, then I guess you're let loose. And she leaves. Next episode, it starts over again. And they keep repeating the same episode over and over and over again because they're in a time loop. And they have to figure out how to get out of the time loop. But in the essence of figuring this out, it takes about 6 episodes. And each episode keeps going over and over and over and over again. And it's exactly the same. They change clothes a couple times. But that's it. And you don't even get any real solution until about the next last episode in this arc. And it's mind melting. It's ridiculous. I don't know who thought that this was a good idea, but it was a terrible idea. Terrible. Because you finally get to the point where Keon, he knows they're in a time loop, but he can't figure out how to escape it. And it gets to the point to where he finally figures out, when Haruhi gets ready to leave, he stops him from leaving, and he comes up with another idea of something to do, which throws off the loop and starts the thing over again, and then we're done. But the fact that it took about 6 episodes for us to figure out how to get away from this, and the fact that in each episode, no one ever tried to stop anything, you just kept it going. It was ridiculous. It made no sense, and it is easily the worst part of the show. I didn't see a point for it. 1, maybe 2, maybe even 3 episodes. By the 3rd episode, they should have been done with this. The first episode, you have a time loop. The second episode, you try to solve the time loop, but since you can't solve it, then it happens again. The third one, you try to solve it in the first half, and it fails. Then the second half, you solve it, and you get it done, and that's it. Plain and simple. And then after, okay, my screen went black for a minute there. After that, the show is pretty much over. They go back to school, and they kind of just go from there. That's pretty much the end of the show for the most part, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think anything else special happens. I'm trying to think. I don't think. Oh, there is the part where Keon has a moment with Haruhi where he tries to tell her that Nagato is a robot, Asahina is a time traveler, and Kozuma is a Esper. But she kind of jokes about it and doesn't really believe him, and they kind of just go from there. And that's haruhi suzumiya. Um, the show, like I said, I can't say it's a bad show. If you want to watch a show that's just pure comedy for the most part, pure comedy with a bunch of random sci-fi into it, then this is the show. Perfect. But if you're like me and you go into the show based off of the reputation that the show has of being a great anime, you will be disappointed. It's just not very good. It's like I said, it's so random, and the sci-fi parts really play no real aspect into the show. You Kozuma says he's there to protect Haruhi from having any like downtime and any down thoughts, so she doesn't create open space. But he doesn't really do anything. I mean, she comes up with ideas, he just says yes. That's kind of his role, and you get hints that he may not be on the up and up, but they never play on that either. You never, cause the way he carries himself and the way his character talks and interacts, you feel like he may not be 100% like legit, and that he couldn't be lying about what the organization really does. But that never really goes anywhere. Asahina, for the most part, is just Haruhi's puppet. She just does what she says do. She's the poor puppy dog girl who just goes along with the big bad bully who says, put on his outfit, put on his costume, let's do this, let's do that, and she kind of does it. Nagato has no expression. She's just kind of there, and she's there. And Kaon, he, as much as he despises her, he likes her, and he's kind of envious of her just free will spirit. It bothers him, and it bothers him a lot, but he also doesn't mind going along with it. So I mean, the cast of characters is great. The show itself is fun. Is definitely that. It's fun, but the plot is thin at best. And that's my problem. That's my main problem with the show, is that it's just thin at best. Like I said, if the show had just been Haruhi Suzumiya and her alien friends, I've been fine with that. Or like Haruhi and her friends make a alien search club. Fine. Because that's what the show turned out to be anyway. They kind of got away from the whole alien thing and just started concentrating on how can we protect Haruhi. No open space, no, and they would throw out random science facts. And I noticed this is the same thing that Chaos Child did. Not Chaos Child, Chaos Head. They did the same thing. They would throw out these random science facts and synthesis and these random science things and expect them to make sense to you, and for them to, they would say it as if it just fit the story when it really didn't. And they would do the same thing here. Kozumi would sit down with Kaon and he would tell them things about what the organization does, and we're here to stop Haruhi from creating open space. To get open space, a time portal collapses. He would just say things as if they somehow fit, and they really didn't. It was just a bunch of science mumbo jumbo that they threw in to try to make the show seem more sophisticated than it really was, because it wasn't. You had a time traveler, a Esper, and a robot who essentially were just there to be a Esper, a time traveler, and a robot. That was it. That was it. You never saw Kozumi on the phone with the organization saying, yeah, Haruhi, she's been doing great so far, but is there any updates there? And something will happen. Asahina, she did come back from the future one time and meet Koyon, and they talked for a while, and she explained some things and also said confidential a lot. So yeah, Haruhi, if I had to rate it, 7 out of 10. I would give it a 7. It's, for what it is, it's a fun show. You watch it, you go in to watch Haruhi be totally outrageous and just have no chill, and she's just out there, and you watch everybody else try to control her, and that's basically what the show is. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You get a little fan service with Afahina and Haruhi because they're both attractive, so you get a little fan service with both of them. But that's it. Now, I will say my favorite episode by far though is the episode where she goes into the computer club and demands computer, and they have their big face off, and it's hilarious because she talks about when she takes pictures of the computer club leader touching Asahina and talks about him raping her and like all this bizarre stuff, and it's so weird. Yeah, it's so amazing. That is by far my favorite episode because it's just balls to the walls, just ridiculous, and it's so much fun. But yeah, so I give it a 7 out of 10. Like I said, it's one of those shows you hear a lot about, so I definitely recommend you watch it. It is, I wouldn't say a classic, but it is an anime that a lot of anime otakus have watched and have seen. And it's very big in the anime community. Haruhi Suzumiya is a very well-known show. So I definitely recommend you watch it just for the experience, which is why I watched it, just to say I did watch it and I did experience it. But I would never watch it again. Never. I didn't love it. And I did watch The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, which I honestly did enjoy a lot better than the actual series. And when you watch the movie, you realize the series is sort of just a build-up for the movie. Because I feel like you could watch the movie without seeing the series and you'll be fine. But the series gives you enough backstory on each character that you need to watch it before you watch the movie. But the movie, just standalone, was better than the show. It got to a point where it hit that moment of like random sciencey thing that didn't really need to be needed, but was kind of there anyway. But yeah, the movie, I would definitely give the movie an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed the movie way better than I enjoyed the actual series. But yeah, so that was my review, or my rant, or rumble on Haruhi Suzumiya. If you think I'm completely wrong on it, please feel free to tell me. If you liked the show, leave a comment below. Tell me you enjoyed it, what you liked about it. If you didn't like it, also tell me what you didn't like about the show. Don't forget to thumbs up or thumbs down this video. That's perfectly fine also. Subscribe to the channel. Back with more videos soon. Yeah, keep a lookout. And until next time, because I think that's all. Until next time, Maho out.